By the time you start rebuking a devil, that means he's already got to you. He's dropped the seeds already. Your job is not to rebuke the devil. Your job is to stay close to your Father so the devil won't even mess with you. He didn't tell you to fight, and people are fighting the devil. You cannot beat a metaphysical being at his metaphysical game. Your mind can't do it. He's a metaphysical being. So here's what God said. Don't worry about all that. Don't get smart. Just stay connected with me. You live your life through grace. You know why the devil can't beat me? Because if he come to me and say, you a low down, no good, so-and-so, so-and-so. I said, man, don't you hate it? This is what I said the first time when I was battling with the devil. Before I knew better. But anyway, I said, don't you hate it? That I'm all of that, and my Father still loves me. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You got cast out. Ain't that something? No matter what I do, he still like me. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. See, the thing you got to accept is the love of God on your life. If they say you low down, whatever. But the question you must ask yourself is, why is someone focusing on your life enough to call you low down? There must be something about your life that attracts them. I ain't running around here today looking for people that's, let me go find some, so-and-so low down. I know that R. Kelly here ain't right. Them basketball players making all them millions, they ain't right. I don't know if they're right or wrong. I don't care what they have. You know what most people talking about people is because they got something you want, and you feel you should have it instead of them. I might not want to receive it. And that's the biggest reason for God rejecting a lot of people, because you coming to him trying to make him give you something on the basis of what he gave somebody else, which means you're calling him unfair and telling him he don't know what he's doing. That's what you're doing. My children, you come to me and tell me you gave Kelly something, so you should have gave it to me. Oh, you telling me I don't know how to be a father. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to put up with that for so long, and after a while, I'm going to say, you get nothing. You don't tell me what to do with what's mine. I work for this. You did. I pass it out like I want to. That's what I understand about my Heavenly Father. What he gives me, I wish he would give it to everybody else, but if he doesn't, that's all right. What he give you, I don't need it. Let him be the Father. And some of us are not having patience enough to wait our turn. He got a plan for you too. And every time you get right to your blessing, you start whining. He's trying to see how long you're going to hold out. He give everybody else getting one. And all these examples are in Scripture. Every one of them. Jesus told people a long time ago. He said, let me tell you about the kingdom of heaven. He said, a man went out and got people to work in his vineyard. And he got some people, and they started, and they worked all day, and he made a certain agreement with them. He got some others. Well, by the end of the day, he had made the same agreement with everyone, but some had worked all day, and some only worked an hour. As they began to come out of the field, he began to pay everybody. So the ones who went in first and had worked longer assumed, oh, you giving them that, I know I'm going to get more than that. So when they came out, he gave them what he agreed with them for. They got all upset. He said, wait a minute, let me stop you. Why are you becoming evil? Because I want to be good to somebody else. You know, some of us, the reason we can't receive blessing is because we're so intent on making sure other folks don't get a blessing. Yeah, sometimes it's the people in my house that ain't ready for one. God can tell me sometimes, he says, see that stranger right there? He needs $20. Give him 20. Give your son 0. That's what I told you to do today. I don't hate my son. It's just what he told me to do. It all belongs to God. Y'all missing this. If it all belongs to God, why should I not let him tell me what to do with it? You gave your niece $10, but you didn't give your own son $1 because God told me to give her 10 and give him nothing. Now, when he tells me to do it the other way, I'll do it the other way because it belongs to who? See, we claim this all the time, but we let people influence us with peer pressure, so I got to give you 10 too and give them 10 to make it look even. Who am I protecting? Me. I'm not doing the will of God. You get no blessing from your father because you can't do what I say. If I tell my child I need you to go to the store, take this $10 and buy this, this, and this. You go to the store, well, I bought this, this, and this, but my friend was with me and they wanted me to get them something. Did I tell you to get your friend something? We're going to have an issue, right? So next time you get ready to go to the store, I'm not going to give you the money. You just cut yourself out of a blessing. Now, if you wanted to give your friend something, come back to your father and say, Father, what about my friend? He said, well, I don't want to give them this yet. Okay, well, I can accept that. Y'all follow what I'm saying? God, many of the things we're doing with good intentions. But we're doing it based on humanistic views. Just obey your father. That's all you're here to do. Do what he asks you to do. And the biggest challenge for most people is get out of your mind what he's doing for other people. I know it because I've had to do the work. See, because I had to come up when the other people around me had stuff, when he took everything from me because I wouldn't obey him. Well, I couldn't accept it because I was doing right. All I did was went to church, and I kept telling him what I was doing. God, I go to church. I take care of my family. I'll do this. Why me? Why me? See, because you ain't doing what I asked you to do. Look at all these other people. He said, that's your problem. Stay in this situation. Don't stay in there. Stay locked in it. Because until I come back and talk to you and you talk directly to me about you and me, you ain't ready to grow. Every time I talk to you, you telling me about what somebody else is doing. I don't want to hear about nobody else. That means you ain't ready to be responsible for your own actions. I'm trying to put you in charge of all my assets. I can't put an irresponsible person in charge. I'm not going to come to you and ask you what happened to the stuff that I gave you and you tell me so-and-so them had it. You follow me? My number one rule is I got to be able to get the truth out of you. If I can't get the truth out of you, you don't get my resources. You hear me? I need to know that I was driving down the street, I ran straight into the pole. That's what I need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me somebody else was coming, I saw this other thing, I don't know what happened, it was this, because that bothers me. Tell me what happened. I need the details so I can fix it. God can fix anything in your life, but you got to give him the details. And in order to give him the details, you can't be scared to talk to your father. You got to be able to tell, hey, I'll tell you what happened. I went down there, had the wrong state of mind, and that's what I did. I went to do it, and that's what I did. I need your help. Apparently, I need your help. You follow me? But see, we got religion teaching people not to do that. Act like you had a positive intention. You know, I was just trying to pray for somebody. You know, how many preachers been over to pray with sister so-and-so and found themselves in a situation? I'm just trying to pray for the women. You got to have sense enough to know I ain't got no business, if I want to be faithful to my wife, entertaining a bunch of other women. I ain't going to do it. I don't care if it's prayer or what. If I need to pray for you, then you come here, I can pray for you. That means common sense. Now, if you be honest with yourself and say, well, you know, I went, but I was trying to resist temptation. You wasn't trying to resist temptation if you went where it was. Come on now. I know the temptation is there, but I'm going to go over here anyway. I'm going over there to get it. And then I'm going to try to resist, but I know I'm going to fail. You know it all the time you're going to fail. I'm going to tell you what would be the most disappointing thing for you. If you went expecting the temptation and didn't get tempted, you would be mad. We do. Because you know you're expecting the temptation. Come on now. It's funny. Don't play with God. And the thing of it, he uses those three, the instruction, the rebuke, and the chastening, to keep from having to cast us all the way out. That's the whole point. He don't want you out of his house. He don't want you to fall away. He wants you to do well. He wants to give you your own house. He wants you to have what he had. But as long as you keep lying to yourself, he can't bless you. You follow me? Okay. Now, the main thing is stay close to God. Resist the devil. He will flee from you. Your enemy is not a devil. He can't even overcome you. That's an irrelevant point. Your job is to stay close to God. That's your biggest battle. The devil already got his bid in. He planted his seeds early. Matthew 13. An enemy, the workers were working. And they came and told the good master of the field that, we know you planted good seed. Where did this bad seed come from? An enemy has done this. See, by the time you start rebuking the devil, understand he's already planted his seed in you. So don't rebuke him. Just take it all to God. Don't try to separate it. We're trying to separate it. Well, I'm